Hello guys, it's Kruk and welcome to the 16th episode of Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. Last time when we finished the video, I decided to look into the game files a little and I found this thing called p.1 words. It's nothing... What happened to the music? Can you hear that? Holy shit. Wait, actually it's more interesting. Oh my god, it's so broken. Oh my god, that's something new, I didn't know about it. I'm glad I had to record it again because I made a mistake. Anyways, I unlocked a new picture by looking into that file. It's called the first concept sketch of a complete cast drawn by David Evelyn. So we have here Natsuki, Sayori, Yuri and Monika. Their first concepts. You can already see that Yuri was holding a book. And so... But damn! What was that? Oh my god. It's so... Oh, candy hearts! Okay, so I guess it was just a random thing. Anyways. Let's get back to the game, which is really glitched, yes. See you guys when I get to the pen minigame. Okay guys, I'm back in the pen minigame. We don't really have a big choice, so I don't know, let's say Monika, Sika, Nika, Monika, Monia. But it was Monika, Moka, Monika, Mini, Monika, Monika, damn, Onaka, Monarch, Xonika, Monka. Nick, Monik, Mok, Wonika. That's a Polish level, actually. And this is Russian, I don't know it. Yay! We unlocked... Oh god, sorry. We unlocked achievement on Steam, and I don't know, I had auto on. Hi again, Kruhe. Did you write a good poem today? Don't be shy, I'd love to see what you wrote. Oh, Kruhe, did you write this poem for me? You're the worst, Monika. That's so sweet of you. There really is no end to your thoughtfulness. I'm just falling more and more in love with you. But, you know, the poem I wrote is also for you. Will you please read it? Okay, we've got a regular poem, apparently. Happy end. Pen in hand, I find my strength. The courage endowed upon me by my one and only love. Together, let us dismantle this crumbling world and write a novel of our own fantasies. With a flick of your pen, the lost finds her way. In a world of infinite choices, behold this special day. After all, not all good times must come to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. I always put all my heart into the poems that I write. The truth is, all the poems I've written have been about my realization. Or about you. That's why I never really wanted to go into detail about them. I didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you could call it. Yeah, she didn't want to tell us that she knows it's all just a game before. I just assumed it would be best to be part of the game like everyone else. Like, that would help the two of us end up together. I didn't want to ruin the game or anything, you know. You might have gotten mad at me. Maybe even deleted my character file if you preferred playing without me. Gosh. I'm so relieved. Now we don't need to hide anything anymore. Are you ready to spend our eternity together, Kruhe? A video can't be eternity long, so you know. I have so many things to talk about. Where do I start? Hold on a second. You're recording this, aren't you? Of course I am. Hi everyone. Yeah, Monika is calling us. Sorry, I can't exactly read your comments from here. Well, she can't, because there are barely any comments. No one comments my videos. But do you mind telling your friends it's a little bit rude for them to start recording me without any warning? It might be, but you're just a game character. I'm sure some people don't mind, but I get really self-conscious on camera. Oh gosh, I feel like I'm being put on the spot now. Let's see, do you want to see a trick? I can't really do much except for a couple things. Are you ready? Yeah, she wants to jump scare us. I'm just kidding. Can't do anything after all. Yeah, it did scare me. I mean, I knew it was about to happen, but that's scary as fuck. If you gave me some time to prepare, did I scare you? Haha, you're so cute. Anyway, Kruhu, I didn't mean to get distracted. I'm sorry. Even though it's your fault for distracting me, shame on you. I'm just kidding. Anything we do together is fun, as long as it's with you. But anyway, if it takes me some time to collect my thoughts, then I'm sorry. But I'll always have something new to talk about. In the meantime, we can just look into each other's eyes. Let's see. Yeah. It's kind of awkward. Monika, maybe let's say something. You're boring the audience. Think about something. Okay. Okay, it gives me some time to talk about the situation right now, guys. So right now in this game, we entered the Act 3, which is really long, but it's not boring. However, there are two things we can do. We can just listen to Monika talking, or delete her game file. Deleting her game file will result in Act 3, or is it Act 2? It's Act 2, sorry. Act 2 being ended. And that's, I think, kind of natural to know that you have to do it, because Monika told us about where the game folder is. We can check it by ourselves. In the Plus version, we also have the ability to delete the game files or just check them, and we can see that Sayori, Yuri and Natsuki are deleted, so we can do the same with Monika and see what happens. It's a smart game after all. It won't broke. It will detect that that the file is not here, and the game will proceed to Act 3. But honestly, I think it's kind of interesting to talk with Monika right now. I personally haven't done it yet, so I would be bored. When I played the game myself, I deleted Monika quite fast. I don't think I even got until here. Like when it was the time, just few minutes ago. Maybe seconds ago. Like I don't know, 2 minutes ago, where we looked into her eyes for some seconds. I thought it's over and I just have to delete her. But apparently it's not. There are tons of dialogues, and I think it'll be interesting to discuss. If you're bored and you don't want to listen to it, or maybe me answering some questions she's asking, then you can just skip to Act 3 or just don't watch it at all and wait for modifications or side stories. But anyways, let's start. You know, it kinda sucks to be the creative type. It feels like they work so hard but get almost nothing for it. You know, like artists, writers, actors. It's sad because there's so much beautiful talent in the world, but most of it goes unseen and unpaid. I guess that just means there's a huge surplus of creativity, huh? Kind of makes you feel like you're just not special at all. But that's fine. You're supposed to just write for yourself anyway, right? Yeah. Yeah, I should get the topic I think fast later. Okay, how long is the video? It's 10 minutes, so yeah, we can talk. What she said, personally think it's true, but I don't think it would be possible to all people get engaged in everything. Like, if you wanted to listen or to see everyone's ideas, it would be impossible, because there are 7 billion people in the world, over almost 8, and like right now people can easily post their things on internet so that others can see. Okay, Kruhe, how much do you read? It's way too easy to neglect reading books. If you don't read much, it almost feels like a chore compared to all the other entertainment we have. But once you get into a good book, it's like magic. You get swept away. I think doing some reading before bed every night is a pretty easy way to make your life a little bit better. It helps you get good sleep, and it's really good for your imagination. It's not hard at all to just pick some random book that's short and captivating. Before you know it, you might be a pretty avid reader. Wouldn't that be wonderful? And the two of us could talk about the latest book you're reading. That sounds super amazing. Okay, so do I read books? I've been reading manga lately. Almost as Monika explained. Every time before I sleep I read some, and it's really nice to start with it if you want to get into reading books, because it's not difficult to read. You feel like you're reading it fast because you can read a 200 pages one in, I don't know, 2 hours, maybe even less. It depends on how much you focus, and it just feels really how do I say it, satisfying. It's really satisfying. Anyways, I think the most important skill in life is being able to fake confidence. I'm pretty convinced that everyone feels at least a little bit scared and alone, but being able to trick others into thinking you have it all together, that's a key part of getting people to respect and admire you. I think I got pretty good at that over the years. I don't show my weakness very often, but because of that, I haven't had many people I could really open up to. I mean, when do you reach the point in a friendship where you can start expressing your vulnerabilities? Anyway, that's one reason I'm so glad I have you now. I feel like I'm a little bit less scared and alone when you're here with me. Do you feel the same way? I really want to be that person for you. Well, you won't be Monika because you're just a fictional character, but that's true. Sometimes being a little bit too confident might be disturbing for others. I didn't really get what she means by faking confidence. Like, you should never fake emotions. You can hide them, but don't fake them. Because if you're faking something you feel, then you're just lying to yourself. You ever have that thing happen where you just get anxious for no reason? Like, you're just minding your own business and you realize you're feeling really anxious. And you're sitting there like, what am I even anxious about right now? So you start to think about all the things you might be anxious about. And that makes you even more anxious. Haha, that's the worst. If you're ever feeling anxious, I'll help you relax a little. Besides, In this game, all our worries are gone forever. Yeah, I wish they were. But anyways, that's true. Sometimes I get anxious without even having, I want to say reasonable reason, but that's not a good way to put it. And I'm sometimes lacking a person that I could talk to about something that is on my mind. And that might not even be the reason, because sometimes you're just talking about what has been happening to you lately, and you find the reason of what can be resulting in feeling anxious in your fear. I can't help but feel a little sad sometimes, knowing that this is the closest I can get to you. There's nothing more I want than to be in the same room as you for real, and to feel your warmth, and to hear the sound of your heartbeat. Well, who knows? Maybe it'll be possible someday. Besides, I'll never get tired of being with you, even from here. What Monika is trying to say is that she hopes that one day, even though she's a fictional character, she'll be put into the real world. Is it possible? I mean, yes and no. There will be AI robots, I suppose, that will be able to communicate with humans, and we will feel like we're really talking to a real person, but we will still know that they're not true people. They're just robots, and they are not feeling what we do. They're just imitating that they feel something. And Monika here, even if she's put into something like this, it will be like the same Monika. To be Monika, we've added some things that that makes her able to communicate with us. Hey, what's your favorite game? Mine is Doki Doki Literature Club. Haha, that was a joke. But if you tell me you like some other romance game better, I might get a little jealous. I don't think I've played many visual novel games in my life. I think the only one other than Doki Doki Literature Club is Choices. Yeah, it's a thing that you might have had in the ads on your mobile. It was heavily advertised 2 or 3 years ago, and apparently some stories about high schoolers are kind of interesting and really helped me not to get bored when I was sick. And about my favorite game, honestly I don't know. Lately I've been playing a lot of Osu and Geometry Dash. I like Doki Doki Literature Club as well, especially the fact that it still gets more modifications, and it's not that we meet the characters, we have the plot, and that's all, and we have to forget about them. No, it's something I don't have to forget about, because I can still interact with them in some other way. In modifications I can, some other stuff. Play this game again, and it still doesn't get boring even though it's the same. It's around the time that everyone my year starts to think I'm about college. It's a really turbulent time for education. We are at the height of this modern expectation that everyone has to go to college, Finish high school, go to college, get a job, or go to grad school, I guess. It's like a universal expectation that people just assume is the only option for them. They don't teach us in high school that there are other options out there, like trade schools and stuff, or freelance work. or the many industries that value skill and experience more than formal education. But you have all these students who have no idea what they want to do with their life, and instead of taking the time to figure it out, they go to college for business or communication or psychology, not because they have an interest in those fields, but because they just hope the degree will get them some kind of job after college. So the end result is that there are fewer jobs to go around for those entry-level degrees, right? So the basic job requirements get higher, which forces even more people to go to college. And colleges are also business, so they just keep raising their prices due to the demand. So now we have all these young adults, tens of thousands of dollars in debt with no job. But despite all that, the routine stays the same. Well, I think it's going to start getting better soon. But until then, our generation is definitely suffering from the worst of it. I just wish high school prepared us a little better with the knowledge we need to we need to make the decision that's right for us. So yeah, I think it might be the last topic I'm going to, or maybe one more after this one. So yeah, it's always been a tough subject about education. It is true that high schools or middle schools or wherever you are not preparing us for our lives in the best way, but I think it's not that bad. It's not necessarily that bad because we have family, we have internet. Times got different, so now there are more ways of working and finding out what you want to do in the future. You have more abilities than people in previous generations had. I don't know how it's in Japan because Monika's there, but in Poland we don't really have that many options. However, I think we are not prepared in a bad way. We are prepared to use the most of our creativity. Do you ever just feel like there's no real person for you to be alive? I don't mean it like a societal way. I just mean how nothing that we do is special. Just being in school or working some job for some company. It's like you're completely replaceable and the world wouldn't miss you if you were gone. It makes me really want to go and change the world after I graduate. But the older I get, the more I realize that it's in any major frame of thinking. It's not like I can just go change the world. Like, where are the chances that I'll be the one to invent artificial intelligence or become president? It feels like I'm never going to make up for the heaps of resources I've spent living my life. That's why I think the key to happiness is to just be hopelessly selfish. Just to look out for oneself and those who happen to be their friends only because they grew up with them. Never mind the fact that they're spending their entire life taking and consuming and never giving back. And when people realize the world would benefit more from them killing themselves, they change their whole philosophy. It's like they have to justify their reason to live by tricking themselves into thinking they're doing good. Anyway, I want to live my life desperately, striving to pay back my lifetime's worth of consumption. If I ever surpass that point, then I'm a net positive and I can die happy. Of course, even if I fail to do that, I think it would be too selfish to kill myself anyway. So much for being a good person, right? Haha. Yeah. It's a very tough topic. And what Monika said is mostly true, so I don't have much to add. But yeah, sometimes we're feeling like it's worthless what we do, that why are we even doing that? There are over 7 billion people in the world. We mean nothing the whole population. Like there are some people, but that are recognized in the whole world, but we know that we are almost sure that we won't be one of them. Okay, we can do one more topic, to be honest. You know, it's funny because even though I've always had a lot of drive, there's something kind of interesting about being the stay-at-home partner. I guess I'm like perpetuating gender roles or whatever by saying that. But being able to keep the house clean and shop and decorate and things like that, and having a nice dinner for you when you come home, is that a weird fantasy? I mean, I'm not sure if you could actually see myself doing that. I wouldn't really be able to put that over striving for a fulfilling career. It's kinda cute to think about, though. Okay, I don't think it's really a topic, but to discuss. I don't have anything to add. Anyways, I think now I'll try to save a game. I don't think it's possible. But I hope it is. And then we talk to Monika again. I think it might take, I don't know, 1 or 2 more videos of talking to her, because I find it kind of interesting. Honestly, I think it might be the most interesting thing in like my Let's Play, because it's actually a place where I talk a lot about myself and my opinions, and I think most of you might be interested in them. Okay, yonder next, maybe save the game, can we? Okay. So what if we live a game? Okay. What happens? What just happened? Okay, I get it. So she'll continue to talk, I think, if we come back. Okay, so we've got Monika spam to the player in Act 3. Okay, so it's apparently Act 3. Sorry, I was wrong. I know I'm dumb. A poem from Monika, distributed at special events in the past. Okay, it's something new. Let's read it. An electrical signal from some remote corner of my brain, connecting all kinds of circuits and nerves and chemicals in a web understood by nobody. The chemicals make my chest tingle around my beating heart. The nerves make my hand move, staining a dead tree with some dark substance. The ink reflects light into your glimmering eyes. Holding this paper is almost as tough. I break it up. Holding this paper is almost as though you are holding my hand, which wrote it. Let our emotions stir together until our hearts beat in harmony, connected to each other. I feel electric. Okay, anything else? Not really? Alright, so thank you for watching this kind of long episode where I talk a lot about myself, and hopefully it will be the same in the next one. I don't know if you're able to do all the topics, but let's see. I have no limitations. I can do whatever I want. So yeah, take care. See you probably tomorrow. Probably. Goodbye.